Welcome to the instructional video for the Putt Ramp by 6footer.com. I'm going to go through some of the basics of why the Putt Ramp is just such a great teacher for short putting and really for all putting. But let's look at some of these details. The first detail is ball-hole ratio. The edge, the outside of a cup is 4 1/4 inches. The outside of a ball is 1.68 inches. So you can see that a lot of ball fits into a cup. In fact, when we measure it, almost 2.5 balls will fit into the cup. So we don't have to hit, we always talk about, we don't have to hit perfect putts, we have to hit good putts to be a great putter. When we think about hitting perfect putts, that gives us anxiety and we make a very bad stroke and we don't even hit good putts, and that's the key thing. So let's look at a couple of things. When we look at our ball here, we can see, as we talked about, that about 2.5 balls fit inside this hole. And you can see, if I move the ball entirely into the hole, see where the blue center line is. The vertical axis goes right to one of those points right there, which is our in boundaries. We always call those in boundaries. If I put the vertical center of the ball within these two in boundaries, unless the weight is ridiculous, that putt is going in. So that's the first thing to recognize, is that we can hit the putt anywhere. That ball goes anywhere within this 2.5 inches, 1 1/4 inches on either side of what would be considered a perfect putt. We are going to have a successful putt at almost any weight. Now, if your weight is a little bit better, that hole even gets wider to where we use that hole 4 1/4 width of the holes. Now you can tell at the top here we have our golf ball slot. That's number one. What we try to do with that is we try to putt our ball so that it goes up into the ramp. Anything onto the ramp is a made putt. So if I'm hitting a perfect weight on a straight putt, I'd like to try to practice to get it into there. And anything before there we know is a made putt. So it helps you practice your weight to a maximum of here. And that's the ideal weight for a straight putt. The second attribute of the Putt Ramp is that we talk about it a lot, and we highly suggest you take the short putt mastery courses that we offer on 6footer.com. But when we use the Putt Ramp itself, one of the things that it teaches us very well is we talk about center is not center. A lot of times when a regular golfer looks at a putt, they're looking at the front of the hole. Say if we lifted that up and there was the hole there, okay? So we're putting on this so we can explain this to you. We're putting it on this wood floor that we explain it to you. A lot of golfers think that that's the center of the hole. So there's under 5% of the time they are right, because when it's a straight putt, that is the center of the entrance of the hole, okay? But whenever that putt breaks, even if it breaks a short amount, the entrance to the hole now, if it's a slight right to left, might be there, might be there, might be there. It might be all the way over here, or it even might be back here for a big breaking putt. And we have to understand that that's the center of the hole when it's a big breaking putt, not here. You can see how that's why a lot of golfers underread putts. Same thing obviously happens if it's a left to right putt. The front of the hole, the center of the hole opens up this way, okay, depending on how much the putt breaks. And that's the way we want you to practice, is seeing that, because remember, this entryway between the in boundaries is 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches, it gets into there. Almost any weight is going in. But we're not going to be aiming at those 2.5 inches if we don't understand that the center changes on breaking putts. And it's about 4% or less of putts are dead straight. So, and that's a Dave Pell's thing. So we need to understand where the entry to the hole is, and nothing does that better than the Putt Ramp. You just put it to the hole, find a breaking putt, rotate it, and then hit your putts, practicing that. And just see how many more putts you make when you understand where the middle of the hole it is. And then you'll also start reading putts properly and planning your putts properly. Enjoy the Putt Ramp. Let us know how you're doing at info@docsac.com. Have a great time.